Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Lopez, and we're covering the five income producing activities for real estate agents. Here is the question of the day. Do you know the top 10 reasons real estate transactions fall apart? And if you do you know how to solve and overcome those issues? Top real estate agents do. This is really what separates the top producers from everybody else. They understand that real estate is solving problems. It is understanding how things go sideways, what the solutions are, and many times figuring that out and solving it before it even becomes an issue. And this is all about becoming a masterful negotiator, right? You've got to master negotiations. So, what does it look like to be a great negotiator? Well, I think at the heart of a real estate agent's life is understanding that we have a fiduciary duty to our clients. At all times, we must put their needs above our own. What's tricky about the real estate sales process is typically you've got two realtors, usually at two different real estate companies, and you've got two clients on polar opposites in terms of what they're trying to accomplish, right? So, the first step in becoming a masterful negotiator is setting expectations with your client, letting them know, hey, as a fiduciary, I'm always going to put your interests first, never mine, and I'm always going to advocate for you over the other client, right? Or the other agent's client. Now, that being said, real estate is also the only industry in the world where we take an oath to cooperate, right? We all have to work together to get this deal closed and have happy clients who are either moving on or moving in, right? So have that conversation as part of setting expectations that, hey, look, there is going to be some give and take. Okay. In order to get a real estate deal closed, there are a lot of obstacles we're going to have to overcome, even if everything goes perfectly well, right? And totally smooth. There are still things that are going to happen that are going to create frustration. They're going to create maybe even a little bit of animosity at times, and you're going to have to work through those things, right? Getting an offer on a property, if you're the listing agent, is really just the first step, right? I've always said that you could train a monkey to walk into a front yard with a sign and stick the sign in the yard, right? And that sign could have a phone number on it that somebody could call and say, I want to see the house, I love it, I want to buy it. But the monkey couldn't get the deal closed, right? And it's that contract to close part when it comes to negotiations that can really be the critical step, not just negotiating the terms of the offer. But let's talk about that for a minute because people often mistake that the most important aspect of negotiating an offer is the price. And while that is certainly very important and maybe the most important part of negotiating the offer, it's only part of it. There are other things that one of the clients may feel stronger about. That could be the timing, right? That could be other terms in the contract, like paying closing costs or negotiating repairs, right? There's all of this that goes in to negotiating that offer. Again, price is very important, but sometimes timing, I mean, sometimes we'll get a cash offer that might be lower and they can close in 10 days, but that seller, and they think it's a good offer, it's a better offer because of those particular terms, but the seller needs 45 days and they don't want to leave 50,000 sitting on the table, right? So the price and the timing are not as important to that particular seller. This is why I always advocate having a conversation with the other agent about what writing a good offer looks like. They don't need to give away their client's position, but they can certainly share some things that are important to that person so that you can then craft the strongest offer possible. Again, cooperation is important. Now, we've got the contract negotiated. We open escrow for an escrow state. And now we've got that 30, 40-day period where we're going to get everything else worked out. We have some things that are going to need to happen, right? Seller will make disclosures. The buyer will scrutinize those. The buyer's going to have an inspection. They may ask for credits or repairs. The appraiser is going to come out if there's a loan on the property for that buyer, and they're going to say, yes, it comes in at value, or no, it doesn't. So there might be some decisions that need to happen along the way that are going to require additional negotiations. What I would suggest to you, again, is first find the answer to the question I asked at the beginning of the video. What are the top 10 reasons transactions fall apart? And then go learn how to fix and overcome those issues. Start there and then just master each step along the way. There are a lot of great books on negotiating real estate. And again, if you keep your clients' interests at the center of everything you do and you focus on serving them at the highest level, it's going to help you sleep better and help you do a better job as a professional real estate agent. All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more tips soon. Appreciate you being here. Take care.